In third grade, I had this strange, short teacher named Miss Todd. She was always super nice to me in class. She always called on me to do fun activities first, compliment me whenever I did something, and was generally just a very positive, very uplifting teacher. A teacher, like basically a model teacher. At the time, I thought she was perhaps my favorite person in the world. I remember even telling my mother how much I loved Miss Todd. But anyways, one day I sat down at my desk and opened it up to put crap in it. And when shockingly I saw it was there was like a freaking Victoria's Secret magazine sitting in the drawer. I pulled it out, and the kid next to me saw how shocked I was looking at the goddamn Victoria's Secret magazine in my desk. And we started talking about how it might have gotten there. Almost immediately, Miss Todd walks up and asks, "What have you got there?" I was seriously like confused, and I told her it was sitting on my desk when I got there this morning. Well, she looks at me and tells me that the kid that was sitting next to me actually was the one that put it in my desk. But like the weird part about it was she kept repeating it over and over and over again, like she was trying to convince us that it was him that put it in my desk, right? Which is kind of suspicious. I didn't realize at the time, but that was pretty goddamn suspicious now that I look back on it. Maybe a few days after that, she approached me after class to tell me about this special field trip I could go on if I kept doing good in class. It would be a trip with just her to the Gulf of Mexico for the weekend. Now let that sink in. I remember being really excited about it at the time. However, suddenly she got replaced at the school and we got this new teacher that didn't really like me that much. I was like pretty heartbroken at the time, but it wasn't until like many years later that I realized that was a very serious situation where I could have been like possibly raped or killed or whatever. You know what I mean? I just thought she was a nice teacher, but I didn't really think too much about, she was my teacher, I trusted her and, everything like that. So I really think that it was anything wrong with it. But like now that a lot of years later that I look back on it, it's kind of scary, but yeah, I guess that's how life is, lots of close calls and whatnot.